Welcome to the world where we teach you real English in a fun and exciting way. In today's video, we're going to address the topic that many of our students have asked us about: how to respond in a more authentic way to the easy and common question, "How are you?" While the standard reply, "I'm fine, thank you, and you," is known to everybody, we're going to look into more advanced, intriguing, and authentic ways to answer this question, the kind that a native speaker would use, not just what is in your English textbook or what your English teacher told you. The first thing to know is that this question, "How are you?" does not always mean what you think it means. So actually, when you are asked this question, it's not always necessary to reply with how you are really. Before we dive in, we kindly ask you to please click on the subscribe button so you never miss out on our content, and it really helps us out too. Thank you. First, let's address some common misconceptions both non-native and even some native speakers have. For instance, there is a perceived mistake that saying "I'm good" in response to "How are you?" is incorrect. However, that's not really entirely true. Saying "I'm good" is grammatically correct when you're not referring directly to your health. The same goes for "I'm well." Perfectly fine when you're talking about your health or expressing things are satisfactory. But here's where it gets tricky. Saying "I'm doing well" is okay. However, "I'm doing good" can have different implication. It means you're doing good deeds like volunteering or charity work. It's not about your personal state. Let's explore some interesting ways to respond. While "I'm good," "I'm fine," and "I'm well" are frequently used, and let's admit, they have become a bit boring. If you're aiming to impress examiners, native speakers, or simply your friends and family, pay attention to these alternatives and comment below which ones you like best. An easy way to spice it up a little is to add "pretty." So we'd say "I'm pretty good," "I'm pretty well." You could say also "pretty fine." Maybe not as much in the UK, but maybe more in America. Pretty in this case means fairly. "I'm fairly good," "I'm fairly well." Another option is to add "quite." "I'm quite good," "I'm quite well." This is actually a more formal choice. If you want to emphasize feeling great, you can use "really." "I'm really good," "I'm really well." These are a bit more advanced. Now let's dive into some interesting ways to respond to "How are you?" One that stands out is "I've never been better," shortened to "never been better." Snappy and upbeat, it shows you're feeling fantastic. You could also opt for "so far so good." It's a common phrase indicating positive progress, and it's suitable for both work, personal projects, and your life in general. Another one that is used a lot nowadays is "can't complain." And this can be said in more than one way. It depends on the tone of voice. If you say "I can't complain," making it sound like my life is amazing, but I don't really want to brag about it, so I'm just going to say "can't complain." You can also use "can't complain" to mean that actually it could be worse. The more common use is the first, so not wanting to show off. For a playful twist, consider "better than I deserve." It's cheeky and fun. Now, what do you say if you're neither good nor bad? If you're okay, well, you can say "I'm okay," but it's really boring. So let's look at some other more exciting ways, like "I'm alright." This is quite a unique one in the sense that it can be both a question and an answer. You can say to someone "alright," and they'll say "alright." So it's like "how are you?" "Yeah, I'm okay." It's very frequently used. The next one is "not too bad." This again depends on the tone of voice. If you say "I'm not too bad," it actually means good, but in this case, "not too bad" means "I'm not great." Another one is could be better. It can also be followed by, but I could also be worse. And this adds a touch of honesty. If everything's just really boring and average, you can also say, same old really. Another couple which mean you're just this close to being bad is, I'm alive or I'm surviving. Are you feeling decent but not fantastic? You can use good enough as another option. Here is a funny one you can use, and actually it's a little sarcastic and we like it a lot. You can say, I'm all right now, but there's still time for everything to go horribly wrong. So let us give you a flirty one. You can say, I'm better now that I'm talking to you. It's quite a charming one. Now, what should you say if you are feeling bad? If you feel terrible, just you're not having a good day for whatever reason, well, quite a good way to start off a complaint or a negative phrase is, I'm not going to lie. That is a nice way to prepare someone for the negativity that is about to escape from your mouth. I'm not gonna lie, I feel terrible. Alternatively, you can go for, I'm not doing so well, or I'm struggling a bit. These two imply that you are facing a mental or an emotional challenge. So it's important to watch out for somebody who says these to you because they might need a bit of support. The same with I'm snowed under. To be snowed under means you've just got too much work, you're completely under pressure, or it's been a tough day, a week, or a year. It's been a bit of a tough week. Another one is I'm not having an easy time at the moment. Watch out for people who say those phrases because sometimes they're reaching out a little bit and they might need a bit of a support. Now, what happens if you feel bad but you don't necessarily want to talk about it? Here are some phrases you can use to avoid the question. If someone asks, how are you? You could say, you don't want to know. Or, don't ask, honestly, just don't ask me. Another one is, do I have to answer that? Maybe if they know that you're not having a good time and they've asked you how you are anyway, which is a bit annoying, you can just say, do I really have to answer that? You already know. So what happens if somebody asks how you are really early in the morning? You could say, it's too early to tell. Now, if you're feeling ill, a nice idiom we can use is, I'm a bit under the weather. I'm feeling a bit under the weather. It means I'm not feeling very well. And finally, a couple of funny ones. You could say overworked and underpaid. So this is how it would sound. How are you? Overworked and underpaid, but I'm doing okay, thank you. Another funny one, you could also say slowly but surely dying. Actually, aren't we all? If you want to be really sarcastic. So that's it for today's lesson. We hope you enjoyed it and we hope you learned something useful. Please write in the comments which one of these you like the most and choose one to use the next time someone asks you, how are you? If you like this video, please hit the like button and we hope to see you soon. Thanks for watching.